Last night we embarked on our journey and we built the spectacular Nintendo Labo VR goggles. Gaze as I spin them in 360 degrees. Here they are without the safety piece, and with the safety piece. Before I move on, I came to a realization about the safety piece. I figured out why it's here. So, on the box for the Nintendo Labo VR kit, you can see one kid using the goggles by themselves with the piece there. The Joy-Con are not attached when it's doing this. And so it's not meant to fit on when the Joy-Con are attached. It's rather meant, I realize, to make sure that you don't lean too much and let the Switch slide out of its compartment. Got the little top parts that are going to stop the Switch from sliding out. Unless you deliberately try to shake it out. I suppose that would be an issue. But yeah. We got the goggles. Tonight my goal would be camera and elephant. Because that's what I'm going into the stream hoping to do. Might not be able to do both, depends how long we spend on the camera. But we'll figure it out, and in the meantime, if you have song requests, of course, submit those with exclamation point SR, followed by a link to the YouTube video containing that song. Alright, enough wasting time, let's go right on ahead and figure out how to build the Joy-Con camera. Alright, I fast forwarded this a little bit last time so I could see how much was going to be involved in it. So there we go. Alright, so opening the box and we are going to build this thing. We are so totally going to build this thing and it's going to be awesome. Maybe. That piece of cardboard won't do anything for us. That's just the empty box from the lenses. Joy-Con holder, that's not going to do anything for us. Okay. Step 1, making the lens. We're going to remove these 4 pieces from sheet A, specifically blue sheet A with the camera on it. In fact, what I'm going to do right off the bat is just get all my blue sheets for the camera, separate them from the box, along with the bag of special parts which we may or may not need. I think we'll need the reflective stickers at very least. Hopefully I don't miss anything from the box. And yeah, I'm just going to get the parts that I think I need out and ready to go. And as the video said, we're going to start with sheet A. Right, starting with the big piece in the top left. Punchity punch. Punchity punch. If you're having trouble punching, flip it over. You can see the lines much better where things need to come out. It's stuck at a very small point. There we go. Niggle that out of there. We got this thin strip of cardboard here. It's blue. It's got 2 arrows. We got the part with the Joy-Con shape on it. And we got the part next to that, which is basically the same shape, but no Joy-Con symbol. Alright, let's start. This is a serious piece of equipment. It has full support for virtual reality. Ooh. Okay, so I'm noticing a bunch of holes I need to punch out, folks. I can also probably put the VR goggles aside. Not really using the goggles right now. I think it would technically be possible to view these instructions in VR after you build the goggles. But that wouldn't make it very streamable. But I know you can go into the Discover section and read all that text in VR, and the menus work in VR, so if you really wanted to go through all the building instructions in VR, you could do it. Don't know how much I would recommend it, because you want to be able to move the piece around and fast forward and all that stuff. And I mean, the button functionality would still be there with the Joy-Con attached. But I just can't imagine it being very comfortable to constantly pick up the goggles, put them to your face, try to remember the instructions, you know? Like right now, I've got it on my TV, which is how I like it, nice and big screen that I can see while I'm building the stuff, so that I have the side-by-side comparison of what's in front of me versus what's on the screen. I mean, don't get me wrong, handheld's a good option if you prefer the touch controls, if you want to have the TV on in the background, like, I don't know, what shows do people watch these days? If you want to have your TV show on in the background, while also having the interactive instructions, then yeah, put it into handheld mode, it'll do the job. I did some of the very first Labo bits in handheld with my sister, and seems pretty intuitive that way. Alright, we got the printing side up. We're gonna make the mechanism that goes in the lens, start with this piece, flip it over, and we got a bunch of fold lines to crease. Alright, we're gonna start with that one. Boom. Oh, sorry. Sorry for the burp, excuse me. Now we're going to go the next fold line towards the outside. Get that tab on the end, yes, very good. That helps things slot in better. Now we go to the opposite side. They are counting in Spanish. So, if you didn't know how to count to 5 in Spanish, oh wait, no, they're up to 7 now. If you didn't know about counting to 7 in Spanish, well then there you go. Labo is going to help you learn numbers in other languages. It's an all-around great tool. Okay, now we're going to leave that folded and lay it nice and flat. Okay. This part of the fold forms a flexible tab. Wiggle it up and down, That helps it crease. Can I see the wig? Oh, okay. So that's what they mean by wiggle it up and down. Up and down. Okay, did I crease that enough? There we go, that's a crease. Okay, I feel good about that now. Open the flap up again and stand it up straight, and the next part's a little tricky, right off the bat. Kind of tricky. Take a look at the tab we wiggled, give it a push so it turns inside out. Ah yes, I've done that with, I think some of the earlier Labo kits had occasionally something that worked like this. It's not quite going all the way inside out, so maybe if I crease it a bit more. There we go. Think. Aha, okay, it's all like If it's not going all the way inside out, I find that pinching it a bit like this is helping to do that. Now bend the other side over into a square C shape. So like a box with its right side missing, if you're looking at it from this angle. And then the right hand side over the top and close the tab. Am I a professional cardboard folder? Well, after 3 Labo kits before this, I would say yes. Yes, I am very professional at this. Now look, my tab is still pushed in the way I want it to be. I am awesome. Let's make sure everything is in place. Got the tooth sticking out. Yes, I certainly do. That part is still indented. If it's popped out, push it back in. Now we need to close up this end. It might feel a little loose for now. I can see why. It's not really closed up with a proper tab, but there is a hole there where it looks like we're going to be able to put a stopper mechanism. Flip the whole thing back over. And what do we have here? It's a friendly stopper. Halt it. Alright, so stoppers. We got a good number of these in the Labo creations. They're a good way to help keep the whole thing put together without any glue or tape. Remember, you never need any glue or tape for Labo to work. We're not putting it in the exact hole that I thought we were. We are going to put it in the part that is in the brown oval. In it goes. All the way. So that it is sticking out the other side. Just as I have done here. We build ourselves a nice little box. Now my back end came undone, but that's okay. They said it would be a little loose. So I'll just push that back in for now. Then we'll push that back in for now. Does it go between these 2 layers of cardboard? No, it can't. Because these 2 are like firmly attached. Alright, we'll just keep an eye on that as we go along. Next up is a piece of Joy-Con marked, and there are 2 plus-shaped holes that I did not punch out yet. We'll do that. Alright, printed side down, I want to take a moment to remind anyone that might be coming in that I've got song requests enabled. If you do not currently like the music playing from Smash Ultimate, you are free to add your own song to the queue with an exclamation point SR followed by a YouTube link. So in the meantime, I'm just going to be folding these tabs. Okay, we think that piece is ready. Make sure you line up the pieces as shown. Alright, we got the open end of the box up. And we're going to stick that part with the plus from the Joy-Con on that side. Good indicator here is that that triangle in the middle is pointing up. Again, my back end's coming undone here. A little worrisome, but again, they did say it would be loose, so I should not sweat it too much right now. And if you folded it right, it's going to form this sort of triangular shape. Now the remaining piece also has those plus-shaped holes. Boink. Alright, we're going to give it the same folding treatment and probably put it on the opposite side. If I had to guess. I don't have to guess, but I'm gonna guess anyway. And it's probably a pretty good guess. Yeah, wouldn't you know it? There are holes on the other side, and we can do exactly that. It's like a hexagon, and now there are 4 hexagonal pieces from sheet A that we're going to punch out. They are probably not going to take very long to work with. The big rectangular-ish hole in the middle can be punched out and discarded. These also seem like stopper mechanisms to me, based on my prior Labo experience. Alright, we're going to take one, fold it in half. Whoa, what the heck happened to this? Did I fold it in half the wrong way? Wait a minute. No, because... Oh, dang. This might become a problem. I hope I can salvage this. I'm gonna slot that in. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to fold the next one, and I am going to look where I'm folding and make sure nothing goes wrong. It feels a little loose now. And then into the next hole, naturally. Okay, now I imagine we're going to flip it over and do the same thing with those two. Yes. This one's doing the same thing, where it wants to fold in weird ways other than the way it's supposed to fold. So it wasn't just that first ring, and it wasn't me. Yeah, man, I wish you guys luck with these hexagonal rings if you end up doing this for yourself. Like, exercise extreme caution. I almost really want to glue the rings together. Maybe. That's the inner mechanism, and we need the last 2 pieces from sheet A. Well, goodbye, sheet A. I knew you well. And take a drink for a second. Alright, they each have 3 thin holes that need to be punched out. That's the 3 on that. And the 3 on that. Alright, first up is the one with the Joy-Con. Fold along the 5 fold line. One, 2, 3. And the little tabs, 4. And the other tab, 5. check the markings on the inner lens, line up the two Joy-Con marks. Oh, there are the two Joy-Con marks. Ah, more insertion. How far is it supposed to go in? Oh, not that far. Okay, I'm good. Roll the whole thing around and insert into the back end. Boom. You could probably take a lot of quotes from the stream out of context and get some pretty lewd stuff. But that's okay. We're talking about Labo. Boinkity, boinkity. Boinkity, and boink. Better crease these ones good, yeah? Now put me in my rightful place. Ready for the moment of truth. Let's finish this tab insertion. Ah! Oh, yeah. Yeah, occasional bits of humor like this are why the Labo instructions are pretty cool. Also, I didn't line this up properly. I didn't realize there was like a blue ring going on, so I'm just gonna turn that around and insert it the other way. Okay, now the blue ring is complete. That's the lens, and that's the end of step 1, although that back end is still looking pretty loose. Okay, that should be good. I pushed it in a little bit. That's probably not the best solution. In fact, actually, this is probably going to connect to something else in a way where I need that hole to be open. So I kind of regret doing what I just did. How am I going to undo that? I don't really have a nail to claw it out with. Alright, well, for the sake of progress, I'm going to worry about that when it matters. And we're going to move on to the main body, which requires pieces from sheets B and C. B, we need that long piece, and we need this other U-shaped piece next to it. And the small section beneath it. That looks good for now. What we need from sheet C is the very large portion in the center. Okay, I'm going to take a break for a second. Oh, we no longer need sheet C. That's for the Toy-Con snorkel. Awesome. Yes, I know about fast forwarding. I've been using it the whole time. We're going to build the grip. That's the part you hold with your right hand when using the camera. Alright, flip this over. I see 4 holes that need to be punched. Now we're going to create some 12 lines starting with this one over here. Nice. Okay, let me move these aside so we can focus on this piece and how I am folding it. I am the fold master. Kneel before me. I got that little tab. I bet if you made a cat out of Nintendo Labo, it would be a tabby cat. Ooh. Tons. I'm full of them. Alright, I think I know what's happening here. We're going to take that bottom part, fold it around, and that's just like the Joy-Con holder that you make at the beginning of every Labo pack. This is totally probably going to hold the Joy-Con. Let me just look at it. Because I hear the side-by-side of this piece and the actual Joy-Con holder that I'm talking about. They've got the exact same width and everything. Alright, don't go gripping it just yet. Now we need the big long one with its holes punched out. I see. Gonna form the camera cover. Alright, fold those two sides to the inside. I guess that makes this thing three-sided then, because I left it right in the middle. Is that all? Huh. Now on to something more complicated. Yeah, you're telling me. This is the big piece. With plenty of holes to punch out, if I might add, including this. Down here by the L, we got a circle and an oval that can be punched out. Nearby, we have that diamond, as well as the thin strip connected to that diamond. Above that, we've got a rectangular hole, another circular hole, another circular hole, and ovular hole. Gonna go naming off every single hole and no one can stop it. The two tiny holes. Maybe the giant center hole. Two little holes near the dots. Don't want to punch out the actual dots. Third ovular hole on the side in between them and the diamond. We got near the R, there's another circle and another oval to punch out. And there's another thin piece. And then just like on the L side, we have a rectangle, an oval, and a circle. But instead of a second circle, we have this semicircle-ish piece. Near the Joy-Con symbol, we have a crescent-shaped hole. And a very long, narrow hole that is somewhat in the shape of an oval. And finally, as far as I can see, two additional holes at the top. Whew! That's a bunch of holes. Okay, make sure you're clear enough space to fold it. I'm already way ahead of you. I'll be extra careful with folding long sections, but first, let's not do a long section. Let's fold the Joy-Con piece out. That is the piece, right? So we're gonna fold that over the existing cardboard. Now there are 8 main folds. Alright, leave the tab down, bring this whole thing up, and get to folding it, this is where they say to be careful with the long ones. I'm going to use the sides of my hands to press, just to be good about that. And I'm using both hands so that I can get both sides all in one go. Try to make sure it doesn't warp itself to one side. And same thing, especially with this thinner part, because a long fold is much tougher when the piece is thinner. If it's thick and long, that's not so bad, but when it's thin and long, that becomes a tough piece to tackle. And God, I am saying so many suggested things if you take this out of context. And don't forget about that little nub at the end of the tab. Alright, flip flat. Now see, that piece was thicker, and the fold went much smoother. Now we're going to have to fold it in half. And now I take it we go to the opposite side. And repeat with this. Now that's a little tricky. The fold line is not exactly right next to where you think it's going to be. That goes down with it. Alright, I'm afraid we're not quite done yet. So now we're going to fold up from the bottom. Now we're here. Now, how about this long piece at the side? Ooh, it does not want to fold very much. Over and crease and flat. That's 4 in total, remember that. Oh, I see what they mean. They're just talking about the number of folds. Right, using my thumb to make sure this thing gets all the way over. Because it did not want to move. Over and crease and flat. And flat. Alright, that is 4 folds. Because we're doing the same thing on this side. Over. The piece that does not want to move. Don't get too hung up on this one fold because you gotta remember there's 3 after it. And crease, and flat. Okay. Last but not least, hold these 2 little tabs. Okay, so we want this tab folded to the inside, and we want that tab folded to the inside as well, so you can see the nice little dots. These are the dots that I told you not to punch out, because there they are. We're going to need to fold them. Now the moment we've been waiting for, let's put this together. Where did I put the last piece? There it is. I got it. I didn't lose any pieces. You lost pieces. Take this whole piece up, printed side down. Make sure both tabs go through their slots. Okay, so we got the long tab going through the long... Oh my god. We got the long tab on the left going through the hole. And then the part with the circular hole goes through the window-shaped hole. Aha! We'll give it a good measure. Worried about the grip coming loose? No problem, that's what the stopper is for. That was the other piece that we punched out. Oh god. Alright, so we're going to fold that in half. Yes, we are. Sorry, you can't see me fold it in half behind that piece. But here it is, I folded it in half. Alright, and there are 2 holes right here. So you just push it on in. Right, so there's a look at that. Right here is the stopper with the 2 tabs. Open up, moving on. Okay, now we stand up that one part and fold this in half. Oh, bag of special parts I kept you on standby for a reason. We need grommet and washers, 2 yellow ones. And together they make eyelets. There's a good number of them in here, so looks like a bunch of the Toy-Con this time around. They're going to need this extra plastic stability. Right. These have longer grommet. Yes, they do. Right. Let's find somewhere to insert the grommet. The ribbon wall are neatly lined up. There should be a circular hole that goes through both. Alright, so from this side, we push it through. Give it a good push. Now lift up this whole lower panel. Do you see where this is going? Maybe. Ah, there's another circular hole right here. And it's gonna go through the same grommet. Boy howdy. That's why we needed a long grommet. Ta-da! And remember the long piece from before, it has more circle. The one with the Nintendo Switch logo goes over the R symbol, like so. And now it's time for the washer to hold it in place. Yes, use the flat side to hold it in place. Make sure it's the right side, slide it to there. If you mess up, you can take it off with a coin where you get it. And to snap. I'll fold this flat down. Oh, and you see that red tab is going to go into the hole. Is there a hole? There's gotta be a hole. Why am I not seeing a hole? Oh my god, there was a hole that I was supposed to punch out and didn't. Oh god. Okay, I punched it out now. Now the tab has a place to go. Good as new. Let's get to work on the opposite side. Stand up the wall and fold it in half. Stop from falling over. We'll put the grommet in the thing. Gone all the way through, then close the hole on the other side. Boom. We're gonna tilt this thing up now. And we're gonna wrap this top piece all the way around so that it goes through the grommet. And that is very much looking like a camera now. And on it snapped. Alright, let's get that to snap. Yeah, I got that to snap. And I take it I'm going to need to close this tab too, right? Except I'm not exactly sure how. Oh, right, I had to fold that over first. That hole was punched out, it was just the one on the other side. Alright, but we can't leave this sticking out. Give it a gentle push inside. Okay. By opening and closing the top cover on top. Does it catch a bit? That's not a problem. And it definitely does catch a bit, but they say it's not a problem. Ooh, go me. Alright, one final step. Making the camera itself, we need 4 pieces from sheet B. Go, go, go. La 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 la. Let's stop at this piece. The one that looks like it has 2 little ears. Okay, flip her over. Hey, they even call it the ears. I totally called it. Or fold the ears, boy. No one ever let me say boy again. Please, just don't let me. Alright, into the back of the camera. This piece shall go. Boom. Got the little feet in the little holes. And then push the little ears into those other little holes. Ah, boom. And now it's blue. But don't worry, there's a reason for that. We are ready to affix the lens. Remember this from earlier. Okay, so now I'm going to need to fix this one part that I pushed in a little too far. And I'm actually going to use this. Well, I don't want to ruin that. Do I have another, like, spare piece of cardboard here? Now let's forget it. I mean, we're done with sheet A. This might work. So, sorry to do this. Going to rip off some of this cardboard and hopefully use it as a way to extract the back of the box from my earlier mistake. Oh, fudge. It's bending. I'm going to try with a coin. So, yeah, this is the ugly truth of it right now, is that this back of the box is pushed in way more than it should be. But, okay, I did just manage to pry it open with that coin. We are saved. Pay attention to the Joy-Con mark. The lens and body become one. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. That inserted easier than I thought it would. Is my Nintendo Labo marked the right way up? It is. It's a little worse for wear, but it's the right way out. But it's gonna fall out pretty quick unless we put in Mr. Stopper. Oh, Mr. Stopper, where would we be without you? Oh, wait, we're not leaving it folded and half on a slip. He's standing up side straight over the Nintendo Labo logo. Hello? Oh, God. No. That took some doing. Yeah, it's a tighter fit than I thought. Now the other side lifted up and over the back of your legs. Be able to see the duck. Alright, so there's that. Okay, the spiky gear piece. Now, I think this is going to be like the submarine from the vehicle pit, where these spiky gear pieces produce noise by hitting against another piece of cardboard. If you get that click with the camera. Yeah, it's the spikes give it sound effects. So fold up the tabs on the printed side. And that's going to go over the Labo logo also. Push them as far as it'll go. And then the legendary blade. Wait, what did they call the blade? Stopper. Jake just called it Stopper. The best blade in the Nintendo Labo mythos. Now to battle. Oh, but wait, we need to open the flap, so I'm really glad I fixed that. We open the flap, and then I'm sure I pushed that as far as I can go. I sure hope so. Wait, there's another hole at the bottom. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh, this camera is being a little... Okay, I got it through. Oh my god. Again, that took some doing. This is a little tricky. So close that back up, and I finally got it to close the way I would like it to close. Alright. Give it a good twist. Oops, that was it. So it only twists in one direction before it gets stuck. Guess I can see the mark on the inside. Alright, the final piece, and we're almost done now. Woo-hoo. Alright, and doo-ba-doo-doo-doo, folding the line. Doo-ba-doo-doo-doo, all of the time. Shoo-ba-doo-doo-doo, folding those lines all of the time. Oh, and leave those standing up straight. Okay. Open the top cover. Raise the flap underneath. We want to get these tiny flaps into position, make sure the Labo mark is the right way up. Then rotate the lens a little clockwise and then lift up the left-hand flap. Okay, so that's in the third hole. Very good. turn a little in the opposite direction. Oh. And get the right hand flap into the 5th hole. Okay, so I'll show you how it came out on mine. So you just kind of see the flap standing up in the holes, but it's better shown in the direction. And in fact, I will get R. No, it was X. No. God, what button was it for zoom? Ah. There we go. Now you can zoom in there. And then both flaps would stand up straight. Yep, sure, that works. Leave the flaps like this, try not to move them for a moment. Bring the back cover. Make sure you got it the right way up, it won't work upside down, believe it or not. Slide this down. Fold that into a square-ish shape. Lift the flap. Insert the tab into the resulting hole. And double dock it. And then those two, the things at the bottom, are going to keep those flaps standing up. So now it looks like this. Ooh. Ah. Now because those flaps are standing up and they're already logged into the gear, we'll get a clicking sound. Can you guys hear that? Beautiful. Woodland Creatures, thank you for the follow. I'm sorry that there's no alert popping up. That's been a continuous problem with me. But the support is very much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the Nintendo Labo VR tip stream. Reminder, Command SR if you want to request a song for the queue. I better close that cover, right. We're not quite done yet. We gotta attach the Joy-Con controllers. I know yellow and blue. Okay, now again, unfortunately, because of the VR nature of things, I need to cut the feed from the switch here by undocking. So that top right corner is gonna go blank, and I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be playing the VR thing too long because I know you guys can't see it. But just for the sake of finishing the directions, I need to do this. So pardon me while I undock. Okay, so I have my Joy-Con ready. Pardon me again. Walk right by the camera. So I've got my right Joy-Con, which is blue, and I'm going to insert it plus first. Plus, you can't see the directions on the screen, so I'm narrating this for you, but the plus button goes in first. So that the IR camera is on the outside. I think I did that wrong, though. Oh, no, that's probably fine. Alright, then I can use the touch screen to advance my directions. Stand up, the left Joy-Con, the one with the minus sign. The L button is now my shutter, so that should be on top, as you would probably expect. And that's gonna do it. Turn that camera right around, and we're going to need the VR goggles. Minus the safety piece, because that's only for when you're using them standalone. Let's practice without putting the console inside for now. You open the cover. Prepare to dock. Prepare to dock. Their word, not mine. Slide the VR goggles right inside. Make sure you get them nice and straight. And put the cover back on to reveal its true final core. Here's how you hold the camera. Place your index finger on the L button. And use your left hand to support the lens from underneath. So on the top screen you should be able to see me holding this thing. Press the L button to take photos, rotate the lens to zoom in and out, and that's all there is to it, I think. Okay, they're now saying remove the VR goggles so that you can put in the console. You cannot insert the console in this form. As you can see, the side is completely blocked off right now. So you do need to remove the goggles before you do it for real. That is completely and totally it. The camera is done. There is nothing more to do with it. Alright, well, I'm going to slide it back into the camera. And I will give it a small test session, even though, again, you guys really can't see. So attach the goggles and the controller, press the shutter to start. So, here I am in the ocean. Take 3 photos. Start. It's a little blurry right now, but I guess that's what the zoom is for. Yeah. So now I'm looking at some fish. Now I can use the left stick to throw out bait, so now this fish is coming towards me. But man, that's like real close. Holy crap, there's its eye. Like, you can see the gill. Oh my god, and now here's another fish swimming right at me. Here, that's some big white filter. Oh my god. Oh my, this is... What? I was not expecting to be this taken aback. Those are just regular fish too. I haven't seen like the legendary shark or anything yet. I can see it below me and above me, and you kind of move in whatever direction you're looking. In case you're wondering how movement works. Oh my god. Oh, okay, but yeah. Oh my god. That is hard to describe, but man, that is something. Wow. Jesus, this is a good entry point into VR. Okay, how do I close out of this? That is how I close out of it. Oh, I got it. Slide my switch back out. Taking it sweet time, sliding out because of the sponge stickers are there to kind of absorb the shock of it all. Oh man. God, that is so freaky. I guess I mean that in the best way possible though. That is 2 Toy-Con down, the VR goggles and the camera. Both of them are done. This one got done last night. This one got done tonight. And so this is in combination to the low turnout that I've got right now, and the fact that the Smash DLC is coming out probably in about 13 minutes. And even if you didn't buy the DLC, that's version 3.0 coming along with it, so you still get the stage builder. So that's still a pretty exciting addition, even if you're not picking up Joker. And I say that I'm not even the biggest Smash fan, but I did get the Fighter Pass. So yeah, I'm expecting not a ton of people are going to show up to a Nintendo Labo stream with that coming out, especially in the next 15 minutes, let's be real. So, I'm going to table this until the next time on building the Nintendo Labo VR kit, where we will move on to one of the many other things that this kit is going to offer us. Hope you enjoyed what you saw, and until the next time, hope you have a good night. Bye. Don't know why I'm doing this.